second position. Did I try a coaster or did I speed up? And he decided to put his foot down.
มาคุยเอาออกมาเป็นติเก็ตเชื่อนะฮะวันนั้นไหม12:45 Yes, 12:45. 12:45 bro.
¿Crees que no?
Ya, aniแต่คอยซื้อนะ
อันนี้ของอันนั้นมันของดิสเฟนเลยมันบ่เสียเวลาเด้คือกันกับข้าวคอนั่นคือกันกับข้าวโอเดอร์เป็นอย่างคนนะครับก็เลยใส่แจ็คเก็ต
going on a different boat. Oh, probably speedboat.
To welcome aboard your London Eye. I wonder if the same would happen today. You may have noticed outside the French Parliament those red and green coloured awnings. They've also stopped to the right of us. We've got a lot of colour coding goes on in Parliament. It's for the two houses within. We have the House of Commons, where our elected MPs debate new legislature, and we have the House of Lords. They're selected by the Queen, and it is their job to ratify the decisions made by the Commons. The Commons debate on green benches, the Lords debate on red benches. Those coloured awnings are above their separate dining areas. The coloured bridges are supposedly want separate entrances. And inside, this colour coding continues to cover separate bars, cafes, batteries. And all this separation was put in place to avoid corruption. I will say no more on that. The tallest tower on the building, called the Union's flag flying above it, is the Victoria, really used for ventilation from the many fireplaces that formerly featured the building. And it continues to allow a lot of hot air today. And finally, the clock tower at the end there, one of our most famous landmarks here in London. I'm sure you can all make a guess at the name of this tower. Big Ben, you might be thinking? Well, I have to tell you that is wrong. This tower is not called Big Ben. I know, what a shock, plot twist. No, the name of the tower is the Elizabeth Tower. The name Big Ben actually goes to the 13-ton bell inside the tower. We think that name Big Ben comes from a man named Benjamin Hall. He was the commissioner of the works when that bell was installed. And apparently, he was a very loud and round-shaped man, not very nice to his workers. So, they were decided to name their very loud and round-shaped bell after him. Let's just be grateful his name wasn't Richard. Almost 5 years now. It's very shiny and cold at the moment. But hopefully that will all be just lead to later on. The jokes are not going to get any better anyway, just till
นั่งนั่นแหละว่าเหงานอน
So now I'd like to take some time today to talk to you all about my employer. That's right, it's the last minute.
ขั้นหัวงอกลงไปนี่เอาดิเด้อ
The London Eye standing at 135 minutes. My manager gets very upset when I use the F word. The Eye has 32 plots for each borough of London. But don't be confused if you find yourself on plot number 33. That's because we've removed plot number 13 to reassure any superstitious guests. The eye was designed by Mark Sparfield Architects, and its design was originally entered into a competition that was held to find a new landmark to celebrate the millennium. And the design for the eye came in second place. However, British Airways liked the design so much that they offered to fund it themselves. It cost about £75 million to build, but it made that profit back within the first 2 years. The parts to assemble the eye came from 6 different countries across Europe. All these parts were shipped up the Thames, and the eye was assembled flat on the river before being lifted into place by the world's smallest crane just in time for the millennium. Opened in 2002 to celebrate the Queen's Golden Jubilee, which marks 50 years on the throne. And of course, last month the Queen celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, marking 70 years on the throne. She's the first ever British monarch to do so. Probably them as well. The square building with dark green tile roof, single flat above it. This is the Savoy Hotel. It was designed by Richard Gordon Clark to go along with the Savoy Theatre, and it was London's first purpose-built luxury hotel. Loads of famous names have stayed in. The most expensive rooms at the Savoy are in the Royal Suite, and these will cost you an eye-watering £18,000 a night with a 3-night minimum stay. With that price, you get your own hand-stitched mattress, butler service, and your own personal therapist. We actually have the UK's very first skateboard park. It's called the Undercroft, opened in the early 1970s, and ever since it has claimed to be the home of British skateboarding. Is our Royal National Theatre. Like lots of buildings on the South Bank, it was built in the brutalist style of architecture. Prince Charles once described that building as looking like a nuclear power station. I don't think he's a massive fan of brutalism. However, despite the building's arguably rather ugly exterior, inside it you will find 3 beautiful theatres. The main one of those being the Public Theatre at the Florence Studio. You can see loads of great shows there, often before they get a Western transfer and at a much cheaper price. You can find all that Western quality. Coming up next on the right, you'll see a red brick building with white stripes, which, as you might be able to guess, was once owned by the company Oxo. The company that made the stock cubes that's still very popular today. This building was once a meat storage warehouse for Oxo. And if you take a look at that tower at the top of the building, you might think that it spells out the company's name, who made the argument that they had ordered a random set of geometrically shaped windows. 1 circle, 1 cross, and 1 more circle. And they got away with it. Unbelievable. Personally, I think the judge of that case was in the pocket of big gravy. He definitely had stock in the company. In 1666. This one was designed by a man named Christopher Wren and completed in 1711. That actually made Christopher Wren the first architect of St Paul's to see his own design through to completion. Every other architect of the building died before it was completed. The current St Paul's stands at 365 foot tall. That's 1 foot for every day of the year. And it was originally supposed to have a 60, and we have 2.5 foot tall. You'll soon see what I mean by that. Why are they there, Jordan? What is their purpose, I think you will cry? Well, I'll let you ponder on that for a real enjoy. You notice that there are no other tall buildings around it. This is because an old law states that the road of St Paul's must be observable from 8 key points across the city. Some of these key points are quite far away, so it explains a lot of those strangely shaped skyscrapers ahead of us. And they all had to be built in a way that honour those protected sightlines of St Paul's. Also, the City of London School coming up on our left, you notice has a large glass atrium right in the middle of it. This is so that St Paul's is observable directly through the building from the river. And wacky pieces of modern art to see in there. Even if modern art's not your cup of tea, they do have a great bar which has got some stunning rooftop views of the city. I recommend going up there, try a few of their cocktails, then the art will definitely start speaking to you. Coming up next on the right, you'll see a round white building with a thatched roof. This is Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, or rather a reconstruction of Shakespeare's Globe. In 1970, American director Sam Wanamaker came to England hoping to find a monument to Britain's greatest playwright, William Shakespeare. And he found nothing. So he took it upon himself to build this reconstruction. It was completed in 1997, but it used all the same Elizabethan construction methods as the original. So, no electric tool was used to build the Globe Theatre here. It's made from green oak wood, carved and shaped by hand. It's held together by wooden sticks, and that is the only thatched roof you will see in London, slightly further ahead, roughly where this building site is coming up on our right. The Globe stood on that site from 1599 until 1613. In 1613, they put on a production of Henry VIII, and they decided to use a live cannon to create the sound effects of thunder. The sparks from that cannon landed on the thatched roof, setting the theatre ablaze. Now you could say it was a performance that brought the house down. Funnily enough, the new Globe Theatre are quite the show at Henry VIII. They stopped the production last month. We're hoping things go better this time round. They don't go too wild for the pyrotechnics. It's one of the oldest pubs in London, and there's been a tavern or alehouse on that spot for over 400 years. My colleague Jane believes it's haunted. She claims to have seen many spirits behind the bar. Lots of famous people have drank in there over the years. There's very popular writers across the street. William Shakespeare drank in there until he was barred. Got also popular meetings for pirates and smugglers. Speaking of which, coming up on the right, you will see a pirate ship. This is a reconstruction of Francis Drake's Golden Hind. In 1577, Francis Drake set sail aboard the original Golden Hind, and he became the first Englishman to circumnavigate the globe. This reconstruction also went around the world in the 1970s to commemorate that journey. However, Francis Drake kind of made the original trip by accident. His real objective was to steal lots and lots of gold from the Spanish ships returning from America. Sometimes crime does pay. If you make it clean.
โอ้มาหอนนี่
But you can walk the Golden Hind today, and then easily open
มาหอนเทาบริดจ์เมืองจันทร์
Between these two concrete buildings, you see a tall stone column with golden door at the very top. After the Great Fire of London, both preserved a monument to the fire and act as an observation platform, somewhere where the citizens of London could go up to watch their city regrow after the fire. You can still go up to the monument today because an old famous London Bridge is directly behind us, so we're just underneath it. Yeah, that looking concrete bridge behind us was London Bridge. The bridge ahead of us is Tower Bridge. But don't worry if you get them mixed up, even Googleians get it wrong. If you Google London Bridge, it'll just show pictures of Tower Bridge. On top, I think I'm Bill from the Black Eyed Peas, remember her? She released a solo single in 2006 titled London Bridge, but in the music video, she's twerking around Tower Bridge. Nice one, Fergie.
And what is it? Music?
Now, this next thing I want to point out is a little hard to see right now, as it is in camouflage. But if you look closely to your right, you may be able to see an 11,500 ton battle cruiser. This is HMS Belfast, played a really significant role during World War II. It existed in sinking the German battleships of Scharnhorst, and it was one of the first ships to fire in D-Day landings. These guns at the front of the ship can fire at a distance of 12 miles. Those guns are permanently positioned today to support a direct hit at the M1 Gateway service station at Stratford. Exactly what have you given them? Sure enough, they are. After the war, the government were going to turn this ship into stock. But the Imperial War Museum offered to buy it instead, and they offered a grand sum of £1. They were successful in their bid, so it now stands there as a floating war museum. Those of you on the left side of the boat, this is where you get your first great view of the Tower of London, one of the most impressive fortresses in the UK. It's established by William the Conqueror, completed by William II in the year 1100, and it's had many, many functions over the past millennia. But I will talk all about the tower and its functions once we've turned around on our return journey. As we are now approaching Tower Bridge. This is a vascular bridge. It was designed by Horace Jones, completed in 1894. That word, vascular, comes from the French word bascule, meaning seesaw. And it means that the two parts in the middle could rise up and open to allow ships to pass through. In its opening year, it's estimated that these bascules would have opened around 6,000 times just within the 1 year. Open about 30 times a day. Opens far less frequently nowadays, there's far less tall boats that need to pass through. It opens maybe once or twice a day if you're lucky. However, any boat that is tall enough, as long as it gives at least 24 hours notice, the bridge will always open for them. River traffic always has right of way over road traffic here in London. Now, there is an old sailor's legend associated with Tower Bridge that claims if you wave to the people up there and receive a wave back, you'll earn 5 minutes good luck to the entire boat. So, up next, give it a wave down, good luck. Lovely stuff.
Anybody?
That lady in yellow is Martha. We've had 4 times the oldest son there, way back in the war. Good afternoon, everyone. It's morning in London. Absolutely. This is the last Tuesday of the month. planning on a bit of wave and farewell. Now it means hopefully 5 years time there is something to rock on. So, we now find ourselves in the old port of London. What's one of the busiest airports in the world? All the buildings bought by entrepreneurs and converted into very expensive luxury apartments. I think today a single bedroom apartment here in Butler's Wall will set you back around £3.5 million. So, just to let you all know, if you're planning on buying one of these apartments,